Game Show Network. Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is Dr. Robert Martin.
Number two.
My name is Dr. Robert Martin.
And number three.
My name is Dr. Robert Martin.
Only one of these people is the real Dr. Robert Martin and has sworn to tell the truth. And now let's meet our panel. From KDKA in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, John Wade. Millions know her as Erica Cudahy of TV's All My Children, but to us, she's Susan Lucci. As a host, he's the most. As a guest, he is the best. Bill Cullen. Emmy winner, film star, recording artist, the versatile Polly Bergen. And that's our panel. And here he is, the host of To Tell the Truth, the ever-versatile Robin Ward.
Well, good evening or good afternoon, whichever it is. I don't even know at this point.
How are you
Welcome.
feeling
I'm
today?
feeling sensational. How are you feeling?
I'm just
Are you going to
wonderful.
win today? Are you going to?
Oh, no, I'm guessing all of them today.
You've been great lately. Should we play the game?
Certainly.
Should we face the problem presented by our first team of challengers, all three of whom claim to be Dr. Robert Martin? And panel, you may now rip open your envelopes and follow along, please, as I read. I, Robert Martin, am a physician, a surgeon, an osteopath, and a chiropractor. I specialize in back problems. On any given day, more than 8 million Americans are in bed with bad backs, and I think I know why. In the customary positions of standing and sitting, gravity pulls the organs and tissues downwards. Over the years, this constant pull can cause problems. By hanging people upside down in a special device, I reverse the flow of gravity, thereby stretching the spine and relaxing the muscles. My system is used by hospitals, universities, and professional sports teams. Incidentally, by hanging upside down myself over the years, I have developed a healthy spine and have actually gained 3 inches in height. Signed, Dr. Robert Martin. Well, personally, I think you got to be bats to hang upside down, but let's... They turn on me so fast. It's incredible. Let's start the questioning with Polly Bergen.
Okay, Dr. Martin, number one. Is that the apparatus, the one that we saw that you...
That is correct, yes.
Okay, now, wouldn't it be just as easy to have one of those rods that you hang up between the doors and hang by your knees, upside down?
Theoretically, yes, but actually it would be very, very dangerous. You cannot possibly slip off this apparatus that we've
Oh,
designed.
but I mean, if you're poor, you could do that, right?
You might be poor and sore.
Oh, I see. What is considered the reason, number two, for most backaches, back problems?
Not hanging upside down, really.
Not hanging upside down. Number three, what are the basic reasons for most severe back problems?
Due to compression, the practice of doing nothing more than sitting and standing throughout all our occupations and recreation.
I see. Number one, do men or women have more of a tendency to have back problems?
Men do, because of the structure of their spine.
I see. Number two, does wearing a high heel, women, I mean, not men, wearing a high heel, does that make a difference? Does that create problems, or is that better? Does that make the spine sit
Thank you, Polly.
better? I want an answer.
We
Don't
go,
answer.
you get it later. We'll go to John
Thank you.
Wade.
Ask the question. Ask the question, John.
Okay, I didn't hear it. I was here with my bad back and bad mind. Anyway, number three, you haven't worked with Hervé Villechaize, have you?
No, I haven't.
Isn't anyone listening? Okay. Anyway, how long would a person hang upside down at their first session?
We always, to the degree of tolerance, you never stress a person.
How do you know when you're stressing them?
If the person's uncomfortable, if they have any nausea or any dizziness or any symptom of any kind at all, we don't allow them to continue.
All right, number one, for the layman, how would you describe the term osteopath?
An osteopath is actually a physician of osteopathic medicine as compared with a medical doctor, which is an MD, or it differs from a chiropractor.
And we go to Susan.
Okay, Dr. Martin, number one, I'm going to ask Polly's question. I like that. I want to know about those ladies who wear high heels, being one of those. Does it hurt your back to wear high heels?
Yes, it does, because it's throwing your body forward.
Even
an
if you've
elevation of
worn
the
high
heel.
heels since you were 4 years old?
Yes, because it's not a natural form.
I see. Thank you. Dr. Martin, number 2, how did you discover this?
Well, I got a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, but I decided to go pre-med.
Did that answer your question, sir?
And you just had the idea to hang upside down. You thought this would be a good idea for relieving backache.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And we go to Bill Cullen.
Number 3, you said in your affidavit here, or your statement, that gravity pulls the organs downward. My appendix, I guess then, for life has been dangling down. Is that right?
Most likely.
Now, if I hang by my feet upside down, my appendix is going to stick up?
Possible.
What good's that going to do me? I mean, why is it better for my appendix to be aiming upward than it was when it was dangling down, number 3?
Well, we're not just only interested in the appendix, but we're interested in all the tissues of the body.
Is there more, number 1, is there a better pressure on the heart upside down, speaking of the heart, than it is right side up?
There's less pressure on it, actually, because of the fact that many of those vital organs there have been strained due to the inversion, the lack of inversion of those
Number
organs.
1, what about the blood rushing to your head syndrome? You hear if you hang upside down, the blood rushes to your head and you pass out.
You shouldn't hang that long.
How long would it take, number...
That bell says time is up, panel. Now it's time to vote for number 1, number 2, or for number 3. Whoever, in your opinion, is the real Dr. Robert Martin. We will pay $100 for each incorrect vote, and 4 incorrect votes will give our team of challengers $500. Polly, who did you vote for?
Well, I am absolutely positive it is number 2, because he was very quiet and very, he's like most physicians I know who never tell you anything. Even if you are on a show and being asked a question and you are being paid to answer, nothing. They tell you nothing. But 3 answered so much that I'm sure it isn't him, but I had to vote for him because he answered so much. Okay. But just remember I said 2, folks.
John, who got your vote?
Well, I was very inclined, doctor, I was going to say, Doctor number 1 has kind of a nice bedside manner, you think, and so I tend not to trust him. 2 really seems like he has had back problems in his life and has overcome them slowly.
And Susan, who got your vote?
I voted for Dr. number 1. I thought he was giving a lot of information. I probably have a lot less knowledge than you do. Also, I thought he seemed to be trying to simplify his answers for us dummies.
Okay, and Bill Cullen, who got your vote?
Well, number 2 is a typical doctor. You ask him a difficult question, and he gives you the answer to a question to which he knows the answer, whether it's yours or not. My doctor's been doing that for years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to find out who the real upside-down back doctor is. Will the real Dr. Robert Martin please stand up? Okay, let's find out who our imposters are. Number 1, you got, respectively, you got a vote. Would you tell us, please, who you are and what you do?
My name is Jack Casey. I'm a marketing consultant.
And number 2, you make a great doctor and a great imposter. You got 2 votes. Would you tell us, please, sir, who you are and what you do?
My name is Ed Delano, and I'm a retired California State Highway Maintenance Superintendent.
Dr. Martin, so that we don't leave our audience with any misinformation, was there anything that our imposters said that you can recall? It's probably a really stupid question. Anything that they said that would be, that you'd like to correct, that would be a wrong impression to create, for instance?
No, I don't believe so.
Really?
I think they were all quite good answers. Possibly, I could say high heels. I do not think high heels are as damaging as they're made out to be, as long as you do not use them all the time. Mm-hmm. It's the matter of exchanging your posture that keeps you having a good posture.
Dr. Martin, you invented that device we saw at the opening of the show, did you?
Yes.
You actually built it yourself, the prototype for that?
Yes.
Well, it's remarkable. It's absolutely incredible, and I can think of many strange uses for it, which... Anyway, there were 3 incorrect votes at $100 each, giving $300 to our team of challengers. You did very well, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us on To Tell the Truth. And we'll see 2 of you on one-on-one in just a moment. And we'll be back right after these words. We're back, and let's meet our next team of challengers.
Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Victoria Vanderkloot.
Number 2.
My name is Victoria Vanderkloot.
And number 3.
My name is Victoria Vanderkloot.
All right, panel, once again, would you rip open your little envelopes and follow along, please, as I read. I, Victoria Vanderkloot, am a professional stunt woman. I've appeared in more than 40 feature films and television shows, including many soap operas. For Ryan's Hope, I leaped off a 60-foot tower. For Love of Life, I got tossed down a staircase. And for Search for Tomorrow, I became a human torch. I had been beat up by the bad guys and banged up in car crashes. Despite what you may think, I'm really not a daredevil or a lunatic. I'm just making a living as part of the normal crash and burn business. Signed, Victoria Vanderkloot. All right, panel, these 3 lovely ladies all claim to be professional stunt woman Victoria Vanderkloot. Let's start the questioning with Susan Lucci.
Number 1, do stunt women have to belong to a union?
Yes, they do.
Number 2, is that true?
Yes, they do.
Number 3, is the stunt woman union separate from the stunt men's union, or is it all together?
It's all together.
Stunt woman number 2, have you been working in California recently?
No, I haven't been. I'm strictly East Coast. I work East Coast and maybe as far as California.
I see.
I didn't mean to say that.
Well, then you have Japan
That's
and
right.
Manchuria and Malaysia.
Sometimes this show just kind of gets away with you, doesn't it? It just kind of drifts along by itself. Okay, we go to Bill Cullen.
I'm sorry to do this, Robin, but I have to disqualify myself.
Why do we bother to play this game?
Oh, my reasoning is I once intimately knew a 60-foot tower. I'm going to pass that if you are, and go on with whatever. Number 2, you may say sometimes as far as California, you mean you do your work here in the continental United States.
No, I made a mistake.
Oh. Don't do that on a 60-foot tower, number 2. What is the mistake?
No, I've worked in Colorado. That's why I said. It starts with a C.
So do I, and you've never worked on me.
Oh, my goodness.
That's the story of my life and a little bit of Colorado's. Number 3, are you in... Well, I stood up for you.
Thank you, Bill, for that incisive questioning. And we go to Polly Bergen.
Intellect will out, you know. Number 1, there was a television show done about a stunt woman, a very famous stunt woman. Do you know of a very famous stunt woman whose life story was done on television?
I think I do know what you're talking about. I can't think of the
I'll
name.
get back to you. Number 2, do you know?
Of the name of the actress? Or
The name of the stunt woman.
The stunt woman, Kitty O'Neill.
Right. Number 3, is there anything unusual about Kitty O'Neill as a stunt woman?
Her father.
Number 1, anything unusual you
deaf.
know of? I beg your pardon?
I believe she's deaf.
Right. Number 3, what would be the average fee for a stunt?
Standard $250 a day. All.
Thank you, Polly, and we go to John Wade.
Okay, number 3, what's the most dangerous type of stunt? The leap, the fire, what kind?
Fire.
Okay, do you agree with that, number 1?
I think it's a matter of opinion. My most dangerous stunt was when I jumped off the 59th Street Bridge.
Okay, wow, okay. Were you in a cab at the time? No. Anyway, number 2, who are the top stuntmen?
The top
Yeah,
stuntmen?
the top 2.
The top stuntmen in
Colorado.
Well, Hal Needham is a great big stuntman.
Oh, well, okay.
On the West
Number
Coast.
3, what's
Bell says time is up, and I, for one, am very grateful that time is up. It's time now to vote for number 1, number 2, or number 3. Whoever, in your opinion, is the real Victoria Vanderkloot. And the ballot's all marked, panel. Susan, who did you vote for?
I voted for number 3 because I think she stood in for Delia on Ryan's Hope. And
Okay.
she has long blonde hair, and I think there's a resemblance.
Bill, who got your vote?
Number 2 has a personality of someone in the business. She spent the entire time pulling my leg, which is why I'm going to give up dancing tonight. But in any event, I voted for number 2.
And Polly, who'd you vote for?
Well, I voted for number 2. Number 1, she knew about Kitty O'Neill, but of course, number 1 knew that also Kitty is deaf. But she also has a lot of color. Like she spent a lot of time outdoors, which I think stunt women would probably do. And number 3 is too pale. And anyway, I think it's number 2.
Okay. And John, who'd you vote for?
I also voted for number 2 when they first gave their names. She just looks stronger than the other two, and I appreciate the fact that she has not worked on Bill Cullen.
Okay, the votes are all in. Now we're going to find out which of these ladies is, in fact, the soap opera stunt woman. Will the real Victoria Vanderkloot please stand up? Okay, panel, let's find out who our imposters are. Number 1, could you tell us, please, who you are and what you do?
My name is Kristen McDonald, and I'm a tour and travel account executive at the Berkshire Place Hotel in New York City.
All right. It's a very beautiful hotel. And number 3, could you tell us something about yourself, please?
My name is Catherine Gerald. I'm a secretary for my father at a funeral home in Whitesville, West Virginia.
Well, Victoria, I wish you great success with your future stunts. You've done what? You've done Love of Life. You've done many things. I'm surprised you haven't done General Hospital with all the stunts you've done. It's really good. Anyway, we wish you great success. You won yourselves $100. That's it. But enjoy the money, and we'll see 2 of you on one-on-one in just a moment. Thanks for joining us. We'll return ourselves as soon as we catch our breath. Panel, if you've pulled yourself together, we are back to play one-on-one. And here are 4 people that you have met before. Panel, you remember Jack and Edward, imposters for the hanging rack doctor, and Kristen and Catherine, who pretend to be the stunt woman. Now, you do know something about these people, but there is one fact about one of them that we have withheld from you until this very moment. One of these 4 people bicycled completely across the United States in 33.5 days. It's up to you to find out which one. Here's how you go about it. You will each have 20 seconds to question the person sitting directly opposite you. At the end of that time, you will be asked to cast your vote there and then as to whether that person is, in fact, this incredible cyclist. Once again, we pay $100 for each incorrect vote, and 4 incorrect votes will give our team of challengers $500. Did you get all that, Polly? Are you
Every
ready?
word,
Are you
every
ready
word.
to question Jack one-on-one?
I am
Then
dying
start
to.
now.
Jack, what kind of a bicycle did you ride?
This is a custom-built one. Made
A
in
custom
Bakersfield,
built. 10
California.
speed, 15 speed?
15.
15 speed. What route did you take?
I took 80 out of the coast until I hit Nebraska when you have to get off the highways there, and I took 40, 30, and 20 into Worcester, Massachusetts.
I see. And how many days did it take you?
It took me exactly 33 days.
33 days. Did you ride at night?
No.
Just in the daytime?
Polly, is Jack our cyclist, yes or no?
No.
We have a no for Jack. And Bill, are you ready to question Edward?
I am ready.
Then start now.
Edward, when did you do this?
During the month of May, 2.5 days into June,
In what year, Edward?
1980.
Oh, just recently.
I just got through.
How many miles a day did you cycle? Yes, there's a guy downstairs putting a ticket on your bicycle, Edward. Edward, how many miles a day did you cycle?
Bill, is Edward our cyclist, yes or no?
Edward is indeed our cyclist.
We have a yes for Edward.
If I ever saw a cyclist, it is Edward, who just finished and walked right in here. He is the guy.
Okay,
boy.
Susan, you ready to
He's
question
not
Kristen?
fooling me.
Then start now.
Kristen, what kind of a bike did you use?
Mine was also custom made.
Where did you start and where did you end?
I started in New York and I ended up in Palo Alto, California.
Where do you live?
I live in the metropolitan area.
In New York?
Yeah.
I see. Did you break any record by doing this?
Yes, I did.
And are you
Time-wise.
Are you now the fastest woman on?
Susan, is Kristen our cyclist, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes for Kristen. And John, you ready to question Catherine?
Yes,
Then
I'm
start.
ready for anything with Catherine. What was the biggest problem you faced, Catherine?
Finding a place to stay at night sometimes.
Okay, what was your physical problems, though? Any?
Really, no physical problems.
Okay, what route did you take?
I took 117 from Huntington, West Virginia to Cleveland, and then
That's
U.S.
okay. What time of the year?
May.
Okay, and
John, is Catherine our cyclist, yes or no?
No, but I could help her find her place to stay.
The most male chauvinistic oriented.
Okay, the decisions have been made, and now it's time to tell the truth. Will the real coast-to-coast biker please stand up? Now, panel, we have a picture of Mr. Delano at the finish line of his cross-country trip. If you watch the monitor, where is the finish line?
It was on the campus of the Worcester Polytechnic Institute, Worcester, Massachusetts.
Do you mind, sir, if I ask you a very personal question? Could you tell us how old you are?
75.
Oh.
Well, this is an absolutely incredible achievement. We applaud your great success in this trip. We wish you many more cross-country cycling trips. Thanks for joining us on the show. You've won yourself $100. Enjoy. Thanks for being with us on One on One. Thanks very much. And we'll be back right after these magical words.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I can't hang around all night. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you the same time next time on To Tell the Truth. I really don't enjoy this.
Occupational hazards may be coming your way. What's My Line with Larry Blyden is next, followed by married folks talking it up on the Newlywed Game, only on Game Show Network. To register to play our live interactive game shows, call 800-537-GAME now. It's fast, it's fun, and it's free. You only need to register once to play forever on Game Show Network. Your